Hello everyone, my name is Olesia and welcome to my channel. In this channel I usually talk about psychology, about my life in Budapest, about my insights, about my travelings and everything what interests me at the moment. And today I want to recommend you best book for creativity. I definitely say you should read it. And this is the book by Elizabeth Gilbert, Big Magic. Fantastic book. And I have a bookmark, but it's like After the Rain and everything. This is Sagrada Familia from Barcelona. So I'm really not fan, but I really like Elizabeth Gilbert's thoughts and books and her ideas that she writes in those books. And the first book I read from her was Eat, Pray, Love. I read that book a couple of times, I watched the movie multiple times, and I just love the flow of her thoughts, how she connects different pieces of the story together. So, and then in other book I was reading, I found a couple of references to the Big Magic book, and I was like, why didn't I buy it yet? And then I just went and ordered and I got it, and this is the first book you can see here. I read with marker and so we can love it, or like this, you know. I read it with highlighter all of the time, like whenever I wanted to read somewhere, I took this book and I took my highlighter with me, because this book is just a treasure with quotes and very interesting thoughts. The main idea of this book is that creativity lives beyond the fear, and I really like in the beginning, like here it says, what is creativity? And the answer is the relationship between a human being and the mysteries of inspiration. How beautiful it is. And this is the base of the whole book. There are 7 chapters in the book: courage and enchantment, permission, persistence, trust, and divinity. And each chapter, you know, is like the continuity from the previous chapter, and they're like gradually building upon each other, just to show that everybody can live creative life and that everyone has this creativity and opportunities, abilities to be creative. We just have some system of beliefs. We have our paradigms, or we have our fears coming to us, which are killing the creativity itself. And she's trying to explain where the creativity is hidden within us and what to do and kind of what not to do in order to bring this creativity up and live to your life. Another reason, besides having all of the beliefs and fears she talks about in the book, why we're not creative, is just because we demand too much from our creative beings. For example, you decided to, as she said, to be a writer, and then you want your writing products pay your bills immediately. Like you wrote one article and you want it to be like fantastic, and you forget to have like error and trials in a way, and keep going without putting too much pressure in it. But when we want to take the outcome immediately, that way something's happening. Yeah, when we want to take the outcome from our creative being immediately, that way we put a lot of pressure and demand on it, and then we are killing the creativity instead of enhancing it. And usually creative ideas come unexpectedly. and they come like when we're in the shower, or when we're about to sleep and when we cannot sleep, or when we're just walking on the streets. And they come and they're waiting for you to create a space and bring it to life in our physical world. There were so many, as she says, creative ideas like flying around, and your mission is just like when you receive it, either to take it and keep developing or leave it so that creative idea can go to somebody else. And this is not a surprise if sometimes I believe you also have experienced this, that you had an idea that you abandoned it, you didn't have time for it, or it was not the right time for you to make it live, and then you let it go, and in some time you notice that somebody else made something out of that idea, and it's exactly what you had in mind as well. So this is not a coincidence, because like these ideas are just flowing around and they're just looking for a person to come to who is available now. And if you were not available the other time, they found another person. And this is so beautiful. And Elizabeth Gilbert, in this book, she gives a lot of examples from her life, how this was happening, how the idea were coming to her and leaving her and connecting with other people. And it was like really interesting to observe how it happens actually. Yeah, and talking about her personal stories, there is one story in the book which I really loved, that this book is about story is about perfectionism, and also about the ability to let it go. So she once wrote a story, it was about to be published in the journal, she got accepted, and it's about 10 pages, and then they said like, either we cut it down to 3 pages because the journal is going to be shorter, or we don't publish you until the next time. But without any, clear deadline, and no one knew what the next time was. And she was really disappointed because she thought that those 10 pages of the story were her best piece she ever written, and she didn't know what to do. And then she took a risk. She let go of 7 pages and she left the most condensed content and information in those 3 pages. And by doing that, she realized that she herself can reshape the story. She can write a different narrative from one story, and she doesn't need to be perfect, and she shouldn't be afraid of changes and of letting go of something that she has already created. And this way also taught her and taught me by reading it that sometimes I can just like create and then forget about it, or like shorten it or expand it. So it's all of the process, and it's not about making it perfect, it's about making it, like literally making it. So I want to read a couple of quotes which I highlighted. I will open the book randomly. So first quote says, you don't need anybody's permission to live a creative life. Sun is coming, and how beautiful it is. Like, you are capable of having creative life and of building it. Then let me show you. Then let me open something else. I think a creative life is the most marvelous life there is. How beautiful it is. Like, she embraces creativity so much, and I love it. I really love it. Okay, she says how the ideas are coming. Oh, the sun is like really bright now. She says, be ready. Keep your eyes open. Listen. Follow your curiosity. Ask questions. Sniff around. Remain open. Trust in the miraculous truth that new and marvelous ideas are looking for human collaborators every single day. Let them know you are available. This is such a beautiful piece. I really love how she shaped the idea of creativity is just everywhere and it just comes to you and you need to be ready for it. This is it. Creative living is available for everyone and you just need to choose whether you want to follow it or you don't want to follow it, and that's it. But you always have a chance to experience it, to try it, how it is, to live the fullest, this marvelous, as she says, life, and just be curious. And my question is, are you curious? Are you eager to explore new things and opportunities to bring your creative self here and just express yourself? Yeah, because of this sun, I think this is the best, the best way to finish. Thank you for watching. I hope you liked it, and I am looking forward for your ideas, what you like from this book. Like, you should read it. It's so easy to read, but it has a lot of things that can teach you. I was reading it for a couple of months because I needed to digest it. So have a beautiful day ahead and let me know in comments if you read this book, if you like it, if you dislike it. Yeah, have a lovely, lovely day. Bye.